play of the game from way down.
True, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bombs Nico gonna find Rainer.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming series. We're in Season 8 and we're doing one final replay cast for the day. Figured we'd do just one more here. It's going to be a ReGen Anomaly versus Wood League in Division C East. Let's take a look at our map. Did I put map bands in? Did I get that? I did. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at our map bands here while we wait for the game to get set up and loaded here. Our map bands coming out from ReGen Anomaly were the Cursed Hollow and Dragonshire. Wood League banning out Battlefield of Eternity and Sky Temple. And our first game of the night is going to be on Towers of Doom. This was the selection of Wood League. And we're all set up and ready to go, so let's get into the game. Off to the right, we've got Wood League here. Why doesn't it? Oh, because I'm on the wrong page. There we go. All right, so we've got Kavlor playing the Kael'thas, Amusio playing the Lucio, Rainer being played by Barcode, Emtino playing Johanna, and Cyan on Leoric. Over here we got, for ReGen Anomaly, Voodoo going to be playing the Orphea, again Jesus on the Maiev, Lidrock on the ETC, Anner's playing the Oriole, and Full Mango on the Rexar. All right, and as a replay cast, we don't have the full ban and all that good stuff history, but we'll pull those up in a minute. ETC going to get that living bomb, spread it a little bit over there to the Orphea, so most of the damage in this initial engagement going to go over to the side, well, in favor of Wood League here. Now, Rexar, the Rexar living bomb thing can be a little bit of a pain in the neck to deal with. So in some of these 5-on-5 team fights, we may see that being a little bit of a challenge. Having to control Misha to make sure that she doesn't spread. Genjisus might be the pick here. They are just barely able to stay alive here, but ReGen Anomaly currently not looking so healthy. But no deaths yet. As the 1 minute mark just approaching here, so siege camps will be coming up here. Leoric and Rexar. So Leoric has the potential to be a little bit more of a double soaker, I think, than the Rexar can. So we'll see if that's the direction that Wood League looks to take with this Leoric. Haven't seen her much since the hero size changes. True. Seen her a few times. Like once the change happened with hero, like the circles and all that stuff. The Eternal Feast thing came into play much more. So Johanna is gonna hang out in this bush. I don't know that they know that she's here. Nice detainment strike, and Orphea is able to pick it up, but nope, never mind. She's gonna make use of that Shadow Waltz and push her way away from the team. But that's gonna, oh, never mind. They're actually gonna go. I was going to say that's going to give them the clear before they get to the lane, but it didn't matter. They were able to do it. Now, Oriole sitting here only has a couple hundred health, so needs to get some hope from somebody. Right now, it's going to be Voodoo. Makes use of that little bit of hope that she has. Just trying to stay alive as Lidrock accepting the warm embrace of that living bomb from that minion here. And speaking of living bombs, onto the Maiev. Getting the pull in onto Kael'thas. Big power slide from ETC, but the living... Oh, nope, living bomb didn't get spread. Never mind. Rainer, however, coming in on the flank is going to shoot Genjisus enough to force him to push back. And once again, you know, right now we're seeing the healing just a little bit... I don't know. Are the numbers in favor? Do we have healing on some of these? On somewhere? Surely. There we go. Heal others, 60. So Oriole's done more healing, but the team still by far feels like they're they're far lower in health throughout most of these fights. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I was gonna say, because Lucio in general, you know, probably a little bit more consistent healer than the Oriole, but they're just not taking the same amount of damage. The Living Bomb really getting a lot of value here. So Leoric and Misha gonna cover up top here. Big chain onto 3. Raynor is gonna have to pop that adrenaline rush to stay alive, and Kael'Thas sitting at about half health. We're seeing that Phantom Knife reset as Littlerock getting very low here. Has the Iron Skin Johanna. The good power slide in onto Raynor, and Raynor's gonna fall, as is Kael'Thas. We got the first and second blood of the game coming out from ReGen Anomaly, as Lucio sitting very low had to pull back as well. So we have the full rotation from both teams, but ultimately that's going to be 2 altars going over to ReGen Anomaly, with Wood League just getting the 1. Let's see, Kime, I think Wood League will take this much easier execution for their heroes than like Orphea Maiev. Radically Dreaming, now that's name I don't think I've seen. I think I already know who wins, so I won't spoil it. You know what, that's fair, that's fair. Yeah, let's not spoil. Technically I know who wins too, because I watched this game originally, but that's okay. We're gonna pretend I don't know. Up in the top, we've got Leoric here getting pulled back, but Genji's is very low, has to use that Vault of the Wardens. Ultimately gonna pull back there away from Leoric, and Leoric's sitting at about half health, so he's gonna rotate, continue on to double clearing the lanes here, keeping that soak up. How's soak doing for these teams, by the way? Minion XP slightly, basically 1 wave in favor of Wood League here, but that wave right now crashing onto this wall, so that's going to even those numbers out. As the siege camp's picked up by both teams, Littlerock here to hold the bush this time, making sure that Johanna doesn't come in, doesn't want that Imtano to say, hey, what's going on, everybody? But Kael'Thas here is going to get pushed into the team, but there's not enough follow-up. Here comes the Maiev. She uses that Shadow Vengeance thing anyways, gets in there, gets the kill onto the Kael'Thas, and Oriole ultimately getting the secured victory on the Lucio. Rexar with the rotation down. Leoric's still in the mid lane here. Not looking like they're going to be able to get that kill onto Johanna. But they do have these Pumpkin Sappers that they can now escort into the wall. Maybe, maybe not. ETC's going to find himself a Raynor, though. And I think Leoric can get this before anybody can stall him. There's no global abilities, no owls or anything like that, no Deathwing to drop on him. So 1 for 1, each team going to pick up their own altars, their safe side altars. And Mayim's going to hold this bush, looking for these heroes to come through. There they come. They get the tether onto 2, pulling the Lucio in. Lucio's going to get stunned by Misha, and there's another kill for ReGen Anomaly. 6 kills to none in this game so far. And it started off looking very much like Wood League was going to have all of the damage as they were spreading damage. They were had the heroes down under half here. ETC power sliding in, does get gravity lapsed. But there's nothing to interrupt Amash now. But they haven't selected Amash. They do get the kill onto Raynor, however. We do have the Eternal Feast, so I expect to see Amash. We also have the Warden's Cage, Unleash the Boars, and the Resurrect for the Oriole. And, you know, I don't remember who or when or what, but somebody brought up the old Resurrect Death Metal combo. Why are the Squishies wandering around without their tank? Good question, Kime. Good question. Kime coming in with the hard-hitting questions. Like this is, I don't know, some kind of news opinion show or something. Rotation in onto Leoric. I don't think they can get him because he's got the tether. The tether? Derp. Whatever. He's got Wraithwalk, so he's unstoppable. I saw the tether go out. Now, Littlerock gonna walk right into this bush. That's not looking so good for the Beefcake. Oh, the power slide's gonna save him, along with that Warden's Cage onto the backline. So we did get that ultimate out. It is, by the way, the Mosh Pit. On the other side, however, we got the Phoenix, the Sound Barrier, the Blessed Shield, Entomb, and Raynor's Raider. And here comes Lucio working to channel on this altar, but Misha's coming out as well. And Litorok sitting at half health here. Going in is looking for the Mosh. Does get a couple, but gets knocked away from it there. So full duration on the cooldown. He's coming right back, though, as they do get the kill onto Raynor. So it's basically a 1 for none now. And they're deep in onto Kael'Thas. The Sound Barrier coming out. Big Tether going to be a kill onto Kael'Thas anyways. Emtino standing in that feast for a little bit longer than maybe necessary. Pops that Iron Skin to get out, but Leoric not able to Wraith Walk out of that one. Didn't quite have enough range and movement speed to get out of the damage coming out. So at 10 kills for 1 so far. And really, ETC wasn't even dead, right? I mean, it was only gone for like 5 seconds. The blink of an eye. Yeah, the res was huge. Absolutely. Murda says, I know who wins this. Well, pretend like you don't, Murda. All right, here comes the Sappers. Now, interestingly enough, the Sapper, like, he gets booped away. And I've seen this happen before where, like, the Sappers get stalled out when they charge a target and the target just dies. So in this case, it was that tower. And they try to figure out where to go. Like, they don't... like, they sit there with their wind-up trying to figure out where to go. Not like they're, there's no target for me to go to. They just get stuck. So it looked like for a moment there that was going to be the case with that Lucio boot, but then the tower ended up going down, so it was okay. We do have the rotation in onto Leoric here, though. We did have the boars coming out, and Maiev trying to get the kill, but the life drain, Cyan might make it. Oh, never mind. I think if Cyan had just walked across the wall, that maybe there was enough time. Like maybe a Phantom Knives could have killed him. I don't know. All right, double altars coming up. Level 13s here for ReGen Anomaly. Still about a third of a level away for Wood League. 32 to 24 here. The score currently on Towers of Doom. We're going to see that Sapper Camp get taken out. But there's another one coming? No, just some blinking. Somebody pinged something, apparently. Or if you're going to get caught by the gravity lapse, it's going to fall pretty low here. But the Phoenix is not really going to... I don't know. I don't know about that Phoenix, guys. Rexar sitting up on the top one is going to have to deal with Leoric coming in here. ETC is going to get another big mosh. Lucio trying to boot, but as you can see, just barely in it. And a massive Eternal Feast inside of the Warden's Cage. Johanna going to clear up that Warden's Cage, but Lucio had to get out. Up here in the top, though, Leoric versus Rexar. Oh, they did get the kill onto Johanna. All right, fair enough. I thought for sure that was done. Are we not getting... Oh, no. They're going to get good. Absolutely on point. Take the bottom tower. Get an extra couple of points. Leave Rexar to make sure that Leoric can't channel this. Right? Right? There you go. And there goes the bottom tower. So... And now I want to see them rotate and get in this siege camp. They're going to zone out for the altars, though. So that's good. So that's 10 points going over to ReGen Anomaly. Now they're going to get on the siege camp. The bottom tower hasn't flipped yet, so Raynor and Kael'Thas can't get any damage onto this just at the moment. There's ETC going in, looking for the Kael'Thas. Johanna's going to go ahead and get that condemned, stun him out. This is a very dangerous place to take a fight right in the middle of this very narrow corridor here. But thankfully it didn't go wrong for either team. Here comes ETC power sliding in, looking for the Johanna. She's got a big shield. Make it a double shield. The Sound Barrier coming out, so no death's gonna happen in this fight here. But ultimately using 3 ultimates as Johanna used her. Oh, never mind. Genji's is gonna go in, get the tether, popping off with 2 more kills with this Maiev. But none of the Sappers get through, I don't think. Yeah, none of this. 10 points there. 32 to 24 was now 32 to 14. Level 16's online here for the ReGen Anomaly. And Leoric gonna have to go ahead and Spooky Ghost out of there. Herda. Alright, here comes in the bot lane. We've got the Sapper Camp coming again. This is 3 additional points. And a triple altar phase coming up as well. Genji's is coming in, has the pull, but it's on to Johanna. She uses the Unstoppable. She's not going to clean up the Warden's Cape, but the Eternal Feast is going to take out the Lucio. The pull back in on Raynor is going to get 2 more kills for ReGen Anomaly, and they are just dominating here. So far, 18 kills to 1. This combination is just doing so much work. And Johanna's trying to keep any more of these sappers from going through. One of them already went through. But with the rotation from the team, that's going to get them another 1 or 2. As they get the bottom altar, now the top altar, and so there are 2 points left for Woodley. 29, I'm sorry, 1 point left. I guess that other sapper got through. No Raynor, so we could see, okay. Boss play coming up, 29 to 1. They're gonna go ahead and stall that out. They just want to bait it. But here comes Kael'thas with his Flame Strike, checking that bush. And there's 16 advantage right here, so this is a little rough. Woodley taking a little bit of a risk here. If they lose this fight, they lose the game. So it was good of them to show just enough force to push ReGen Anomaly off the boss. But now, I mean, this boss is a constant threat for the rest of the game. Speaking of constant threats, oh, are they? Well, okay. I mean, if they can burn this quickly enough, they can take this off the map. I don't know if they can burn it quickly enough to get down to deal with before the sappers. Hearthstone's coming out. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, somebody's got to finish the boss, guys. If that's your goal. Here comes Lucio. The Unleash the Boars is gonna catch him. Misha's going in deep. The whole team going into the death zone. Orphea nearly falling. They get the kill onto Lucio. That's a great start. And 1 sapper dead. I can't quite see if any of the others. Kavlor getting very low there. So that's another kill. But the sappers are all dead. So no sappers here. They successfully defend, but the altar in the bottom now with 2 heroes dead. No Lucio, no Kael'thas. I don't know that there's any real way that that Woodley can defend this, as we do see Maiev already back on the point, and they can't walk past a tower. Here comes Eternal Feast. Just a little bit of a zoning opportunity. Are they going to get another kill? They are going to get another kill onto Johanna just as the final shots get onto the core. Yikes, 21 kills to 1. ReGen Anomaly really playing a fantastic game in this Towers of Doom. Yeah, Keeman, no fear of that. Who cares about the death zone? We'll take 48% of our health in 2 seconds. That's cool. The rest of us are just his backup singers. Lid, I love it. That's friggin' hilarious, dude. You do often see level 20s? Not today. Towers of Doom oftentimes takes a little bit longer to go through there, but ReGen Anomaly with that gank potential out of that Maiev with the ETC, that Eternal Feast was monstrous too. Between Mosh Pit plus Tethers plus Warden's Cage, so much value. Neo Purple One, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. We're gonna get set up for the next game here. This is gonna be game number 2. It's gonna be taking place on Brax's Holdout, and it was the selection of ReGen Anomaly. Give me 1 second to load the teams here. Yeah, it was a little bit too late for what they were going for, unfortunately. Oh, goody. Okay. All right, so game number 2 is going to be on Brax's Holdout between ReGen Anomaly and Wood League. Kime heating up food. Fair enough, buddy. Fair enough. Here we go. Onward to Braxis Holdout. On the left. Wait. All right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. We've got Voodoo playing Jaina, Genjesus on the Sylvanas, Littlerock playing Johanna, Anners playing Oriel, and Leoric going to be played by Full Mango. Over here to the right, it's going to be Wood League playing Kael'thas on the Kavlor, Barcode playing the Greymane, Emtano on the Muradin. We've got Amusio playing Deckard, and Deathwing up in the top going to be played by Cyan. Let's take a look at these talents, pop those up for a moment. And as our teams meet in the bot lane, we'll go ahead and take a look at what our bans were. So ReGen Anomaly banned out Rexar, Malthael, and Ana. Kind of interested to see the Rexar ban from ReGen Anomaly because Full Mango really likes to play that Rexar. But first pick was over to Wood League, so Wood League banned out the Maiev, Malfurion, and Gul'dan. Alrighty, so what do we got? We got the Stormbolt stacking quest here, Perfect Storm. Muradin looking to get some additional damage out of that. Dragon Soul there, the pick for Deathwing, so he's going to get some additional healing anytime he hits that Incinerate or the Lava Burst. We also have Sapphire here, going for the Perfect Gems is Deckard Cain. That big 50% slow when he hits with that on his Herodric Cube, but it also increases the damage by 100%. Here comes Littlerock looking for the Kael'thas. Getting a lot of damage, but not quite enough to take out Kael'thas as Sylvanas popping off over there to the other side. Living Bombs coming in. Not quite the same effect that we saw at the beginning of game number 1, though. We saw a lot more spread damage in game number 1, but so far in this game, the Oriole able to keep the health bars a little bit healthier. We do have the Fealty unto Death for the Leoric. Genji's is getting a little bit low there, but was able to get brought back up by Oriole. In fact, speaking of which, popped nearly back to full with a near full health bar, or hope bar. Kael'thas looking for the Jaina, gets the flame, the living bomb rather, onto her, and now backwards onto, not backwards, but back onto Johanna. The living bomb, you know, Kael'thas is one of those heroes that he disrupts the enemy team significantly with those living bombs. He doesn't significantly change the game like Medivh does, but certainly makes it so you have to play around him. Deckard's going to go back, and Wood League's not going to respect that moment of, hey, we don't have a healer. We probably need to be a little bit more careful here, and Kael'thas is going to be the first blood of this game. And with that, Sylvanas going to lead the charge over here onto the siege camp. Now, we do have Merc Queen as well, and this siege camp does provide an armor penetration, so even the structures will go down in armor, taking additional damage, and with that 60% additional damage from Merc Queen, that is a lot. Neil Peasant's the pick here for Leoric, so he's going to clear waves faster. He's also going to get more health and mana every time he does clear those waves. Deckard's going to pop off the Dorito, but Johanna getting that condemned, pulling in. Emtano is pretty much isolated into the ReGen Anomaly team here, so has to be a little bit careful. Does walk away from there. Doesn't have the third wind, so isn't going to heal quite as much with second wind. There's the gravity lapse onto Littlerock, and Littlerock gonna fall to the tower. Great play coming out from Kavlor. Really good timing to get that gravity lapse. But by the way, ReGen Anomaly up here in the top has a full Zerg wave working on the structure. So already the full wall down. Cyan having to do what he can to slow this down. But every time he stops, exactly, there's Full Mango with the life drain. Now has to pull back because this life drain might be enough to kill him if he's not careful. And that Zerg still sitting at 36%, has the Guardians who can still drop more drop pods with additional Zerg. In fact, there's one right there that will take out the top fort. So good start for ReGen Anomaly on this, as Kael'thas heading up there to deal with the Zerg. Wonder what that... Oh, it was the chill effect. That's what it was. Once again, the scroll of sealing coming out here. We did have the Sapphire, so along with the mana pots here at level 4 for Deckard, so they're going to get a little bit more mana over time. Zerg overall stalled out in the top here. But, you know, it's a legitimate strategy to leave the Zerg up if you need that extra time. And right now, with ReGen Anomaly catching up to 7 here, they're going to start heading up to their Bruiser camp, maybe? Nope, just Leorg. He's going up to Soak. Of course, on Brax's holdout, the objective switches lanes every other lane. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Kime. Like, the Draconic Might would be really helpful here. The Condemn going out onto Murden, however, he does get the Dwarf Toss just at the last possible moment. So is going to make it out of there. And the Bruiser camp is going to get picked up for Wood League, but ReGen Anomaly saying they want to fight into this. Cataclysm coming out. Life Drain was put out onto Deathwing, so he is, you know, 20% down, roughly, a little bit less than that. Still has his full armor plates, though. Oh, look, another toy train mount. Every single game there's a toy train. Nobody cares about that ban. And here comes the Fire Breath, bringing Genji's down pretty low on the Sylvanas here. Pushing along. Now, Leoric up in the top lane, working on that XP. They see all 5. They can do that. Looks like Deathwing, recognizing that fact, going to take off. So he is up in the air, going to Skyfall onto the team. Now, Skyfall does more than just damage. Okay? It gives you also a little bit of healing. I think it's 3% of healing. Yep. But also reduces your ability to land, whether in World Breaker or Destroyer form. So normally you go up into the air and you have a 10-second wait. Well, you just have to watch as everybody around you just dies, basically. But with Skyfall, you can land much sooner and also heal faster. Also, you can stall the bejesus out of objectives that require channeling. Just saying. I think that's one thing that needs to be nerfed. It's just so crazy. Yeah, I mean, I like it depending on the map. I mean, I don't know that it would necessarily be my preference here, but I think my preference here, especially in the solo, would have been the reduced cooldown on going up into the air, because he probably is going to need that more often. Maybe. But the but Skyfall on objective maps where you have to channel, like Cursed Hollow or Garden Terror, is just, I mean, it's so good. Towers of Doom even. Well, you could have just turned them on. Jeez, just saying. All right, well, channel not begun yet. There's the Blessed Shield going out along with the Silence. Ring of Frost is gonna hit 2, Kael'thas and the Murden. Kael'thas gonna be the one that falls here. The root going out onto Johanna. Murden having to back away, is very low, but is gonna be able to make it away. Hits the well tap, so gonna heal up here. Has that second wind as well. But Deathwing up in the top was able to pick up the control point, so still no percentage, as Leoric's gonna make his way up there now to pick up the beginnings of the second objective here for ReGen Anomaly. We made some big dumb choices. Fair enough. Well, here comes Murden, does get the stun. Here's a big stay a while and listen. Everybody's put to sleep. Littlerock deep into the team, has all 4. Could have maybe even finished that subdue quest. Was very close. Here comes that resurrect, though. Oriole going to be the next one to fall. They are going to get the Kael'thas. They do. Genji's has a living bomb, so has to be a little bit careful as Deathwing coming in. But the red health bar is falling so low as Greymane going to be the next to fall here. And there is the bellowing roar here from the Deathwing as well, so just needs to find the right place and time for that. Spooky Hand missing from Genji's, so might be able to get the kill onto Sylvanas. They do, and Spooky Hand from Full Mango, rather. Mtino using that Dwarf Toss to get out, and it's just Deathwing against the world, and this time that Spooky Hand will land, so Cyan is falling very low, loses that last armor plate, and is going to have to pull away. Maybe? Alright. Alright, nope, just going to go back and tap, not going to go up into the air. Here comes the onslaught, the charge in with the big bite, the 40% slow typically, 60% when you get the upgrade. But the Zerg is going to go fully over to ReGen Anomaly. So this Zerg wave is going to push into the bot lane where there's a keep. There's still the keep wall, or sorry, the fort and the fort wall. But we're going to see a whole bunch of stuns going out onto the Muradin, knocked into the wall from the detainment strike, and that's going to be another kill for ReGen Anomaly. 5-4 so far in this game, though. Much closer in the kill count, although the structure is currently very much in favor of ReGen Anomaly. The silence going out, hitting the Greymane. The stay a while and listen is going to hit everybody, and that's going to allow the full disengage and save the Greymane, quite frankly. Skyfall getting some damage. Not going to provide any healing benefit or some cooldown reduction, but he's going to land anyways with that full 40 armor. And there's the Dragon's Breath here to try to get some damage onto the point, but onto the objective. But Leoric right up in his face. Level 13's here, and it's going to be the kill onto Johanna. Make it a second kill onto Leoric. It is going to happen. March of the Black King here, the selection for the Leoric, and I don't know about all that. Entomb feels like it's just really good. Like, the only way that Deathwing can get out of Entomb is if he uses Cataclysm, and if he has to use Cataclysm to retreat, I feel like that's a win. That's a net positive. Your Entomb is a much shorter cooldown than, never mind. The minion's gonna get the kill. Actually, that might have been a tower shot following Muradin as he dwarf tossed out. There's the life drain. See this right there? This is an Entomb onto Deathwing, and he dies. But we might see again Jesus fall. The stay a while and listen is going to zone out, but turns it off and pulls back. Kavlor getting low here. Genji's is going in deep, doesn't care about current health values, says, I got this. The silence coming out, gonna help to kill the Greymane as well. Voodoo getting the kill secure onto that one, and all of a sudden now there's just a half health minion wave here, so I don't know how much they're going to push into this. Instead, they're going to look for this boss. And why not? Kael'thas, Greymane, they're both out for the count for a little while here, so this should be a nice, easy push. Between the Jaina, the Sylvanas, they got a lot of damage. Boss is going to go up into the top lane. Coincidentally, where Deathwing is. And the minion wave in the bot is cleared up here, so still level 13s on both sides of the table here. Fire and Fury. Now, I usually see this if you take the Draconic Might, because Draconic Might gives you that heal. Rotating down into Vision here, we've got the Stay a While, Big Sleep. Great Cataclysm. Looking for this Johanna, maybe? Maybe not. So Bellowing Roar gets no value, as it was just Leoric who was unstoppable at the time. Instead, it's going to be Kael'thas and Muradin. They do get the kill onto Johanna as she came back in, but there's the Resurrect. Sylvanas and Leoric both very low, though, so they're going to have to pull back, even though they have the man advantage. It could turn very quickly, especially with the Deathwing. And the boss already clearing up in the top lane here, the top wall, the keep wall, and I don't think it's going to get the full keep. But the real problem here is that the Zerg is coming in this top lane. And this keep will fall no matter what. There's a 0% chance that thing survives through a full Zerg wave. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it, and I think that it can get some value, but I think that in order for it to get the most value, you really have to have that auto attack heals at level 1. The channel is going to get stalled out at 90% here. Just kidding, for just a moment. As the Dwarf Toss was used, here's the Blessed Shield. Great Blessed Shield. The Silence coming in shortly thereafter, and that's going to be 2 kills onto Muradin and Deckard. And this is looking shaky now for Wood League. This is looking like, with this Zerg wave, they also have a Bruiser camp coming into the top. Oh, wait. Does Leoric want to feed? Leoric's not going to feed. But with that Siege camp, might get the keep? Not quite. Very close, though. But top goes down, as mentioned, and here comes the Zerg along with this Bruiser camp. Deckard and Muradin will be up to help defend. I don't think there's anything they can do about it. I think this Zerg goes straight into core with the camp, and I think this is going to end up being game. But we do see the Shadow Dagger being spread amongst the team here. March of the Black King picked up as well, but the Spooky Hand goes out, misses Deathwing. Leoric's going to have to pull back. Cataclysm coming out as well to get some fire onto those minions, but Cyan, rather, having to pull back. And by the way, Deathwing doesn't heal in the base, so he's just going back to stay alive. Voodoo, however, oh, never mind, gonna pop that ice block to stay alive. Dwarf Toss used on the Muradin. Core going down, though, as it looks like ReGen Anomaly going to succeed and take a 2-0 victory over Wood League. Fair enough, Kime. Yeah, it's a tough call. Like, you have to weigh the balance of, you know, comfort heroes that people have played a lot of, that they're really good at playing, versus these heroes that now have gotten, you know, these buffs and are, you know, very strong. And comparing meta heroes versus comfort heroes, if you don't play Ariel, is Ariel really a great pick, right? And the answer is probably no. So if you go into that just expecting that, hey, Resurrect's going to carry us through this, then you'll just lose. But if you're already decent to good with that hero, then it doesn't matter, right? You just say, oh, you know what, that makes it so that this hero's even better. I'll play that. I can win with that. So, all right, ReGen Anomaly 2-0 victory over Wood League. That's 3 casts a day. I think I'm done for now, but tonight at 11 o'clock, come check out some even more HOTS action as we see some pretty impressive teams coming out from B West. It's going to be You Are Not Alone, currently undefeated, #1 in B West. I believe the only team that is completely undefeated in all maps. They haven't lost a single game, even, let alone match. But currently undefeated in B West. And Phoenix Rising Onyx, the #2 team, who has not lost a series, I don't believe. Let me pull that up, because I want to actually confirm that. Phoenix Rising Onyx, they've played 7. Oh, you know what? Maybe they did lose a series, because they've only got 13 wins. Let's see. They did. Actually, Lurk Patrol defeated them. So Lurk Patrol, however, did fall to You Are Not Alone. So this is going to be an interesting match tonight. I think if you guys get an opportunity to tune in, it's late. It's going to be 11 p.m. Eastern time. So, you know, maybe it's something to watch later. But if you get a chance, tune in. And thanks again, everybody, for joining me today. I'm going to take a look. Anybody doing anything that we can raid over to? Genji's is playing Heroes of the Storm. Zane's playing Heroes of the Storm. Grubby's playing... Grubby has 4,500 people watching and play Heroes of the Storm. That is nuts. I think the next closest I've seen was like occasionally like Kaldor with 1,000. So we'll send everybody to Zane Hive. We'll give the opportunity to get some learning in there. So thanks everybody for joining me. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you again soon. I sent to Genji yesterday.